it was tied to the people's everyday lives. Give you the short version. Americans set out to create this breed of horse, the standardbreds. They set out very purposefully, kind of a grassroots movement just before the Civil War. Let's get a horse that'll pull carriages. And because America is becoming, they sensed it even then, cityfied, roads are going down, it's becoming more civilized, if you will. We're getting off the back of the horse and getting into carriages behind the horse. We don't want to get all awry, all messy and dusty. We're becoming a nation of city folk. The roads were getting better, the carriages were getting better. So you wanted a horse not that would not a galloping horse, because that galloping horse goes very fast but runs out of steam and also is giving you a very lurching pull on your vehicle. So you want to breed a horse that'll go at a gait, and that dispenses the horse's energy more evenly and also provides a much smoother pull. So they set out to, the trotter was the first goal. The Civil War kind of interrupted it, but when they got back on track after it, they made a couple of lucky crosses breeding, and it worked. They were starting to get these horses that when they bred a horse who was inclined to trot to another one, that gene got passed down pretty predictably. And especially in one horse named Hamiltonian, who stood in Orange County, New York, who had over 1,000 children, and every harness horse today traces back to him. So it was a very exciting development, because horses were part of everyday life, and Americans were very proud of this thing that was happening right before their eyes. It was like an exciting new technology, and they kept getting faster, these horses, and they kept the mile record that was the way you measured them. They kept lowering, getting lower and lower, and people were very excited. They followed these things because it related. They might go to the racetrack and they might see a horse there who was related in blood to the horse that they had at home, in their pulling the family carriage or the doctor's horse or the ambulance or the postmaster's wagon in town, and they would connect to that horse, and in that sense it was like NASCAR. Like you say, well, I drive a Toyota, there's a Toyota out there, so that's where I'm going to root for. So you would form a rooting interest based on that. And of course the horses at the racetrack tended to be the leading edge of the breed, and so they were the most fun to watch, and they wound up there. That hierarchy was formed. So it was a sport that connected to where America was going right then. You could get from here to there faster and smoother with these horses that struck this beautiful gait and kept it at speed, and kept it when they're being urged on. And very exciting. But of course there was this giant wave coming right behind the automobile, that was going to subsume all this and make it all a moot point in a few years. And Dan Patch was operating just ahead of that wave, where his accomplishments were happening, and just towards the end of his career, the car was picking up steam, no pun intended, and because some of them were steam driven in those days, and so he was about to render all that very moot and very old-fashioned, very much like the 8-track tape recorder or the non-flat screen TV or the whatever you will, that was just sort of like technology that no one wanted anymore.